Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening or good night. This is Jen at JensArtyInclinations, a place to create, share and play. Hello. I am making some super cute, super fast, super easy gift tags to use for my Christmas packages. So, this one I did stamp with to and from, like I started to do that on the first couple, but I even stopped doing that after a while because, then I can just write whatever message I want. But how cute is this? It's just attaching a little piece of stamped calico on the top, putting a nice little eyelet in it to give it a little rustic feel, pop a ribbon or a piece of string on the top, and voila, you've got some really natural themed, rustic looking, handmade little gift tags for all your Christmas bags. So I'll take you through the process a little bit step by step, but truly, once you've seen that, that's all you need. These are so easy. So you can cut any pieces of paper. I just had some nice brown cardstock, some, cut off bits. And so all I did was on a strip of calico that I had, I just stamped some little stamps. I picked these up from Spotlight last year and I noticed today they're still there this year. And I tried a few different colours. I didn't worry too much about it. I wasn't too fussed if the imprint, didn't come out perfectly or if it got the edges of the actual stamp block. This is really something that I want it to have a bit of a rough edge. I want it to have a bit of a, organic kind of feel. I want it to be really obvious that it was handmade. Although it's hard to tell nowadays with all the stuff we buy in the shops, isn't it? Especially once people, do all these natural fibres and so forth in the retail stores. However, there is always a beautiful imperfection, I think. Perfectly imperfect when we're creating our own things. And it's fun and it's so easy. I used to do Christmas cards on my actual Christmas wrapping and everything, but now I always do gift tags and it's so easy. Now, the great thing about these is if you're needing to think about teacher gifts, think about doing them some wrapping paper with little matching gift tags. Because everybody needs wrapping paper when it's coming up to Christmas. Even if they don't use it this year, they can use it next year. So you can just do some nice brown paper, do some stamps on the paper, fold it, into quarters or eighths, and then you could put a few little gift tags in the bag, and then just tie it with a piece of string around that they can then actually use to tie up the packages. And, you've got a nice little gift wrapping pack that you can give to, not just teachers, anyone at this time of year. All those people you see before actual Christmas Day, like before you're breaking off for Christmas time. Anyhow, back to the video. So I literally hole punched through calico and the card because holding the card behind the calico meant that you could actually hole punch it a lot easier. And I used all different eyelets. I used white in some, I used silver in quite a few, silver bells, the silver twinkling of Christmas. That's what I was thinking. Some I just put natural jute ribbon and others I put, a little bit more ribbon through. But yeah, how cute is that with the little what do you call them? Little 4 stockings. Even just that, so simple and cute. And, lift it up and you can see who it's to. So people, can be held in suspense until Christmas Day. Look, it's all just a bit of fun. And actually, that's half the reason I stopped stamping the to and from, because my to and from clear stamp is looking really rough lately. So I think I've let it melt a bit, probably. Left it in the sun on the windowsill. I'm sure I did that at one point. And yeah, I think it has melted the to and from a little bit. And, I could have gone and gotten my actual individual letter stamps, but I really wasn't going for that effort. I really wanted these to be nice and quick. These are just going to be used for the family on Christmas Day and all is good. If your calico gets stuck, just trim it with a pair of scissors, no trouble. So this one I just had that little boidy ribbon and, it's red and white. So that's Christmas. And so that just added a little something extra. On the pieces of calico themselves, I went through and I frayed all the edges of them. So, I snipped them up and then I frayed all the edges. I rounded the edges of my card, and I think in the end I even stopped doing that. I did ink around the edges of all my card. That's just my preference, but it is not something that you need to do. But I did some with red, I did some with green. This one you can see it's, red to match the little red ribbon. But again, not something you need to do. If you don't have ink and you do want that edge, just use a felt tip pen and run that around the edge. Particularly chisel point pens are quite easy to do it with, but you can do it with a bullet pen as well. What else do I use sometimes? Watercolours. So you can just, put a bit of watercolour on your brush and just run that around the edge. Yeah, there's a few different ways that you can do that, rustic and make it even neater, obviously. I love the little, what do you call them? They're not soldiers. They're nutcrackers. I love the little nutcrackers. Quite a, horrendous story when you think about it, all the toys coming alive and doing terrible things, but fun at Christmas time, of course. Now, what have I got here? Oh, yeah. So, see, I then just had some longer strips and I folded them over, and with a rounded edge, it really looks like, I've designed that from the beginning. However, it was just a longer piece and I really just like the look of it. Now, some of the pieces of calico, I let them slip over the top. Others, I let them slip underneath. So, as I say, there is nothing rocket science in this. It really is just an idea for you that, even if you just got someone coming over today and you want to quickly pop something on their present, this is so quick and easy to do. If you don't have an eye, how cute is that, by the way, with a little piece of musical ribbon above Santa? And the next one I did a little bit of lace. See, I got more adventurous as I went along. I even got out my pinking shears to, make them sit a bit better and so forth. And yeah, look, it was lots of fun. If you don't have a little eyelet punch and eyelet pack, you can buy the ones that you don't need the actual proper puncher. You can actually buy them where you can hand stamp the stud and, go through all that. But you don't even need that. You can literally just grab a hole punch. Just put a hole punch through the top. It's only going on a gift. It doesn't have to last forever. I've literally only done the eyelet just because I liked the look of it. And if you wanted something like that, you could simply use the reinforcers that you get and you can colour them up if you get the white paper ones, or you can make your own. Just, cut out a little circle or a square, I do quite often now, and then put a hole punch in the middle of that, put it over the top of your hole, and, then you've got something else on it. So, yeah, you really don't have to make these. I'm just saying there that, I'm punching the cards together. However, I could obviously make them proper little cards that flip up if I didn't punch it through both sides. Once you start, you'll find that you'll probably play. You may be really, really good and much better than me at actually making them all exactly the same and have a really good sense of design and have a really good idea before you start, and you have these beautiful, pristine, matching little tags. Or you may be like me and just get so into playing that see how even just doing the pinking shears. Oh, and here, if you're having a little bit of trouble fraying your edges, if you are wanting to fray your edges, little pokey tool that can help you, get those threads out a little bit easier if they're being difficult. Now, where was I? Yeah, so for me, I just kind of play. So, they're all with the same materials but they do all look a little bit different to each other. However, on a bunch of packages, it would be a similar theme, so I feel like they'd all go. This is just all the little finished ones I did in this session. It did not take long. It could be even less if I didn't fuss and faff as much as I did. So go and have a play. I really hope you enjoy. I'd love it if you could leave me a comment below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed what you saw today. And of course, please subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you next time. And in the meantime, keep creating. Enjoy!